It is a late December morning of 2013. A call comes into the station. Fire and ambulance crews are dispatched out to an industrial fire of a local business. No one is sure at this time if there are any trapped victims in the fire. So as a firefighter, you must prepare yourself for the unexpected. The temperatures outside that day were about 12 degrees above zero. So as you can see in part of this video, one of the firefighters' turnout gear is frozen from about the waist down. Firefighters must work in conditions from very extreme colds to extreme heats, not only on level ground, but in steep mountainous terrains as well. It is a very demanding job, not only physically, but emotionally. Are you interested in a career in emergency services? For the next 12 minutes, we are going to cover a few of these topics and give you a glimpse into what it takes to become a firefighter.
Hello, Marie.
Hello.
I'm here to learn about your Firefighter Training Academy. Can you give us some insight what it has to offer?
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank you.
Let's listen in and give Marie our undivided attention.
North Idaho College offers a 240-hour firefighter training program. We partner with Coeur d'Alene Fire Department and their Station 2, which has a training tower and equipment and all the things you need to train for a firefighter. So the program is 3 times a week, Tuesday and Thursday evenings and all day Saturday. Tuesday and Thursdays in the classroom, and Saturday is a skills day where you don your equipment and practice with hoses and practice on ladders, learn all the actual practical skills to become a firefighter. The goal of the program is to prepare the students for certification as a level 1 firefighter, and this certification is valid in Idaho and many other states. The 240-hour program lasts from January until May, with the certification exam generally at the end of May or early June. What does it take to enter the program? Well, first of all, you need to be medically qualified. That means you need to be able to embark in physical fitness activities. It's a very rigorous program. You will be going up ladders, crawling through confined spaces, carrying heavy hoses, so you want to make sure you're in good shape for this program. Secondly, you want to be able to have time to study. So you will be taking written tests. You'll be learning all about fire behavior, suppression techniques, and many other subjects. So you'll want to make sure that you've got time to study outside of class. And finally, you'll want to have a desire to become a firefighter. It is a very rigorous program. It takes dedication and commitment. So if being a firefighter is something that you've dreamt of or you really want to do, this is the program for you.
Another role of the firefighter is to be well versed as an emergency medical technician. The 2 primary types are an EMT basic and an EMT paramedic. As you see in this footage, both are assisting this patient before she is transported by helicopter to the nearest trauma center. Firefighters will often assist with patient transport, guide the helicopter down for a landing, and even help load the patient into the back of the helicopter or the ambulance, and even ride along with the patient in the back of the ambulance to the hospital to further assist in the patient care.
We have, by way of background, we have 7 stations, but 3 of them are staffed full-time. So we also rely on a reserve force as well to help staff our fire station. I think that's, so we're what they call a combination fire department. Yes. Inside each of the stations are a variety of pieces of equipment. We have the fire engine, which is really the basic unit for the fire department. And it can respond to all kinds of emergencies, whether it's EMS or emergency medical services or fire suppression or hazardous materials. It can respond to everything. We have ambulances in there that are primarily used for emergency response and transport, but the personnel assigned to those ambulances are also firefighters, so they may engage when needed in fire suppression activities. Yes. We have tenders, which carry somewhere around about 2,500 gallons of water, because we have many areas in the fire district that don't have a hydrant system, so we rely on a tender in order to bring water to the fire scene for us to extinguish the fire. Yes. We also have brush trucks that we might use in hard-to-reach places. So it's a small pickup truck or a 3/4 ton pickup truck with a fire pump on it and hose that can be used. We also have 2 boats, one that's on Lake Coeur d'Alene, an aerial ladder truck that we would use on multifamily apartments, yes. Commercial buildings, the large concrete tilt-up, yes. The institutional properties. It gives us access to upper floors and the roofs for when we might have to access those areas to check for fire extension, problems with heating, ventilation, air conditioning units. Yes. Fire suppression. We provide emergency medical services such as what's referred to in other areas as Medic 1, but with paramedics. We provide technical rescue when people fall off at the cliffs or they go in the river. They land on the ice in the wintertime, so we provide that to a lot of training that prepares them for the next emergency. So when they're not on calls, they're doing some kind of work, whether that's advancing their education through online learning or hands-on drills. But pretty much everything we do on a day-in and day-out basis prepares us for the next emergency, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week.
Wildland fires, such as this one, can last for days, keeping firefighters away from home and family for weeks at a time. Well, this is it for fire for now, so join us next time for law enforcement.
Hello, Captain Knight.
Jerome, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Good, thank you. I'm here with Captain Knight of the Post Falls Police Department. How does your department assist the fire department with emergency services?
Oh, very good question. We assist them in a number of ways, basically medical calls, accidents, things of that nature that our officers still respond to every medical call that we can in the city. So we're typically there just before the fire department gets there, can assess the situation, and can render first aid to a limited capability until the fire department can really get there and assess the situation and take it from there. But we have a fantastic working relationship with that fire department, and it's something that you find around here that we like to brag about. So
we have volunteer services here in your department for community support services. And how does that work?
We have a number of volunteers in this department as well. I think we're well over 25 volunteers. Volunteers with the city, or with the police department anyway, they can volunteer in-house, which is the volunteers in police service, or they can volunteer in a patrol fashion. We call those volunteers on patrol. And there's a numerous number of activities that they do for us, with filing paperwork, with reports, without on the street helping with traffic accidents. There's things that they do with issuing parking citations, running radar enforcement, the speed trailer enforcement program. We have a YANA program, means you are not alone. They will check on people if they need be. The list goes on and on. The volunteers, we really could not achieve what we've done today.
For students and young adults interested in the law enforcement profession, Explorers program,
sure.
And how can they gain the prerequisite training? What type of resources is now available for these interested parties?
Sure. There's a number of resources out there. Most individuals, depending on what jurisdiction they live in, can certainly contact their local law enforcement agencies, and they all have individuals in-house. With us, it'd be an administrative sergeant that has that information for them. We have reserve programs, we have volunteer programs that can get them started. They can go to North Idaho College. Down at the college, they have a law enforcement program there. We're blessed right now to have the Post Academy North in our own backyard. They've recently moved to Post Falls, so the Police Academy up north is right out back here. We can certainly lead them in the right direction that way as well.
That's wonderful. If you have what it takes to pursue the law enforcement profession and the field in law enforcement. Captain Pat Knight has certainly given us valuable information for ones who are interested in pursuing this career in law enforcement. Do you have what it takes? Well, if you do, take the advice of Captain Pat Knight with the Post Falls Police Department. Thank you very much, Captain Knight.
Thank you, Jerome.